and welcome to Mai's Table, where you find God in gourmet. I'm Andrus-Price, just call me Mai. Today we are making what I call taco pie. It's a recipe that I put together one day for my now husband, then boyfriend, and I just had a bunch of stuff in my refrigerator, as many of us do, and I put together this recipe. So basically it's a pound or a pound and a half of 80-20 hamburger. I like to put a little bit of pork in it if you have it. It's not necessary, but this is 2.5 links of sweet Italian sausage, just to add another depth of flavor in your taco pie. I have 1 onion chopped, and I don't normally put red pepper in, but I had red pepper in my refrigerator and I don't like anything going to waste, so I'm gonna add that in today. And I have a teaspoon of green chili here, and I mix a little bit of allspice in with it. Again, just for another layer of depth in your food. And that's how you can have fun. That's how I have fun. I go out in my garden, I pick all these different herbs, and I just throw them together, because it just, 1, you're using fresh ingredients, and 2, it just adds more flavor. These aren't fresh because I flew up from Hawaii to the mainland to film here, so I brought all my dried spices. This is red chili, ground chili, and this is some powdered green chili. You could use the canned chili, but I like the powdered. And then you can use red or green chili sauce, or sometimes it's called enchilada sauce. And I also got a little can of green. I'm improvising because usually I have a big can at home that I can find, and I couldn't find that. So I'm probably gonna use these 2 first, and if I need more sauce, then I'll add the green sauce. And I also have about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic. So I have buttered this casserole with about a tablespoon of butter. And what you do, this is 1 package of corn tortillas. There's 18 to a package. And I'm just gonna count out 9 or half, just eyeball it. And to start, I'm gonna just tear it with my hands and spread it out. They don't have to be even, and they don't have to be pretty. It's gonna be good. You just spread it out. And if you like flour tortillas over corn tortillas, you can do that too. I find that it's a little bit chewier if you use the flour tortilla. I hope that makes sense to you. It's just, the texture is different. So if you like that texture, great. So the next thing I'm gonna do is, let's get that all in there, is ground the ground round. How's that for a tongue twister? And put it all together. So I just tasted it. I always taste my food. You need to taste your food as you cook, so you know if it's good or if you need to add a little bit. So I wanted to tell you, this is good, but the sauce that I bought was a little bit hotter than my liking. So I'm just gonna add a tablespoon of sugar. That's all you need to kind of soften it a little bit, and it also helps break up the flavor a little bit. And if it's still too hot, what you can add is just maybe another tablespoon of sour cream or milk. Those are just little tricks you can use. And because I'm adding cream cheese, I think it'll be fine. But I'm just gonna taste it again to see what the sugar did. That makes such a big difference, just that little bit of sugar. So I like to just ladle it, unless you have a really good pot that is sturdy and easy for you to handle. This is kind of a big pot. So I'm just gonna put half of the mixture. This gives me control over how much I put. You know, it's not gonna come out exactly the same every time you make it. Like today I told you I had two different, I had a different size of enchilada sauce, so I got 2 of them, and it's kind of a little bit more than I normally have, the sauce. But that's okay. It still tastes good, and that is the main thing. And that looks about half. You want to make sure that everything is covered. And then the fun part is you get a block of cream cheese and you cut it. I cut it in little cubes like this. So you take half of it, you're layering it, and you put it in little pieces so that you have cream cheese in every bite. So I'm gonna do this quickly, and then I'm gonna do another layer. Stay with me. Yum. So the cream cheese will soften it a little bit. It'll add nicely. It's a nice pair with a little bit of heat. I also put some green onions in there for this layer. So we're ready for the next layer, and these are the remaining 9 tortillas. And again, there's no rhyme or reason. You just make them into fairly good sizes, and then you want to cover it. Oops, lost that one. Get that back. And you distribute it so that it's fairly even, right? Because you want to have a nice rounded bite of everything. You don't want to just bite some hamburger. You want some of this corn tortilla. So the fun thing about this recipe is you can tailor it to however you want. If you like it spicy, then get the extra spicy sauce. You can add green chilies, you can add more red peppers, whatever you want. Make it your own. So we're gonna do, we're gonna do the rest of the sauce. And again, you wanna make sure that it's distributed evenly. You can always double this recipe. You just need a bigger pan. Sometimes I do double it because my husband loves to take it to work, and he, God bless his soul, he can eat it every day and doesn't get tired of it. He loves this recipe. So there you go. And then we'll put another layer. There's a little bit more in here. We'll put another layer of the cream cheese and green onions, and then we're gonna top it with the cheese that I have here. Is about a little over 2 cups of the 4-blend Mexican cheese. You can use whatever kind of cheese that you have. Again, that's how I cook. I cook with whatever's in my refrigerator. So if you have manchego in there, or if you have smoked Gouda, oh my gosh, that would work too. Play with it. It's so fun to experiment and see what your favorite is. So we're almost done here. Every bite, you want to get a little cream cheese in every bite. I wish you could smell this because it's a little spicy. It's like tickling my nose and it's making my mouth water. All right, that looks good. Then we're gonna put the green onions, and I'm gonna save a little bit of the green onions for on top of the cheese, the 4-blend, just because it looks nice. You always want to show your guests and your family, the people who you love, that you took the extra time to make something look nice. That's how you put love in your food. And I truly believe that you put love in the food. If you are excited and you're thinking about your family members, that's kind of a Hawaiian thing where when you're making something for someone you love, you think about them while you're doing it. And it adds just another layer of love for them. So this is kind of, looks like it needs a little bit more cheese, so I will go ahead and add a little bit more cheese, and then I'll top it and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so here it is, taco pie. Obviously you're gonna wanna let it cool a little bit before you eat it, but doesn't that look so good? Yum. Again, if you like this recipe, please like me below and share it with some friends, and even better, try and make it for dinner tonight. Okay, till next time. Aloha, bye.